regions have massive investment in other regions. That means the Igbo man is one that even believes in the sustainability of the Nigerian project. That is why he can invest in a zone or a land where he does not come from. So, but just ordinarily sit down and let's find a solution. Because the root cause is also rooted to these issues of exclusion. Injustice that have spanned for decades. And the more you are alienated, the more you tell the ones that are growing that you are not wanted. And that's why you see the result to all these crises that have brought instability. Now, instead of finding a way to calm nerves and restore it, you go about showing them, I don't care about you. So I'm using this as I'm commending the president for freeing discontinuing the treason charges against those kids. We're also begging him that exercise the same constitutional provision under section 174 thereabout, and let the Attorney General issue a knowledge and discontinue the trial of matters. And especially at the time that the judicial system has made conclusive pronouncement at different times, Federal High Court, different court, that this trial has no legal basis. At least in these cases there have been final pronouncement, but you're still fighting and must prove that he's guilty. That means hate. That means you hate the tribe. Because there's judgments of court that have said, release him. The invasion of his house was an attempt to assassinate and kill him. Everybody saw the day the people invaded. There was no cause for that. And the people were beheaded and killed and massacred in tens. And the man ran for his life. Nnamdi did not run away or jump there. He invaded somebody's house. Just like the time those murderers from my area, in the name of politics, invaded to attempt to behead me and killed some of my family members. Didn't we flee? At the end of the day, when we were able to survive, are we going to, even if I was on bail, I should keep the head so that they can cut it off like ancient Greece. So the man have to run to survive. And then the extraordinary rendition is unknown to our law. It was a clear case of kidnap and abduction, which the court have also declared as illegal. So ab initio, there's even no trial. So why is Nnamdi still in detention? Because he's an Igbo man. That's why you have the same, another traditional ruler that is kept in Lagos prison, that the Lagos State government is trying. Because he said, if you don't stop attacking our businesses, if you don't stop killing our people, we are going to bring help to defend our place. Instead of you dealing with the hate that your people are projecting there in Lagos, that is leading to killing of our people, burning of our businesses, because we are exercising our constitutional right to either vote or choose leaders. You went after the traditional ruler who spoke in defense of their people, because an Igbo person. Other people in that same Lagos, both the traditional ruler has called for genocide against our people. None of them were charged. But he now said that if we don't stop burning this market that Igbo people are trading, if we don't stop throwing us into lagoon, if we don't stop attacking our people, that I will invite the ESN to come and defend the people in Lagos. That's what he said. And then all of a sudden, they dump him in court. They are prosecuting him, and they have dumped him in Kirikiri. That our traditional life is still in Kirikiri for almost 3 years now or more. They're not ready to prosecute him. So we left him there. Because an Igbo man. So if we want to be one Nigeria, we should be honest and stop being stupid about the lies. In Igbo, they say, when you do the child the way you're doing this other child, they will be happy. Are you doing us the same? You're not doing us the same way. Do we want to build a country, a nation, or are we running a geographical expression like our world also say? If we want to build a nation, that even though the tongues and religion may differ, but in brotherhood we can still stand, then you have to behave like a family, like a brother. You resolve the Igbo issue. Don't pretend like you don't know it's existing. You will not have stability. Let us see ourselves as one honestly and root it on that principle of justice, equity, and fairness. If you know what if they do to you, not like, why are you doing it to an Igbo person? So it's on that ground that I'm asking the president that is long overdue. It's time to respect those judgments of the court and stop this judicial. The court freed him. You went again. You fight. And it's not necessary. We're looking for peace and stability. 70% of our people today will take Mr. President seriously when he talks about building a nation, uniting our people, bringing us together, making us to believe that he's about to renew hope, which includes justice. You have to renew my faith in the justice system, in the equity system, in the fairness system. That our people, 70% of our people believe that if President wants us to take him serious, he should first of all release Nnamdi Kalu and find a way to go to the table to find a permanent political solution to the challenges facing our people. Then we can take him serious. That's the way our people feel. Any of the Igbo leaders can come to Abuja and be lying to him. Those ones I call outlaws. They can be saying all sorts of nonsense. But
all right, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Now, the fact is this: a lot have been said, a lot have been deliberated on, a lot have been done just for the release of Nnamdi Kalu. And these particular people, these particular faked, detained politicians are doing everything possible to make sure that they get him weak. That is what they are doing. They want to make him weak so that he will not be able to agitate or talk about the freedom or liberation of the Biafra people from the zoo country called Nigeria. That is just the fact. Because Nnamdi Kalu is already ready to stay in that DSS custody for another 1 year. A lot have been said, my brothers, my sisters. Why can't they release this man so that this particular insecurity will stop in Southeast? But they are using a lot of propaganda to make sure that this man keeps staying there, so that to make sure they keep weakening him to the extent whereby he will lose hope or lose focus in agitation. Now, the fact is also this, that the Biafra Liberation Army will continue to neutralize this zoo army. The more they keep holding Nnamdi Kalu, the more the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defensive Force will keep neutralizing the zoo army and zoo police in Southeast. That is it. The more they keep holding him there, that is the more the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Resistance Fighter will keep defending our land and neutralizing these troops of soldiers and troops of military attacking our land. Now listen to this other interview I'm about to play, and then you understand how deep this kidnap, how deep this federal government, how deep they have gone to make sure that they stop the people's movement and they destroy the people's army, because they are trying everything possible to make sure that they destroy everything the Biafrans have been fighting for. Left for them, IPOB is a terrorist group, but the terrorist group, another terrorist group just emerged in the North Central that is causing more terrorist attack. They no more have bandits, they no more have Boko Haram. Now another terrorist group again have emerged in the north, causing them more harm and more terror. But in Southeast here, what we have is the People's Army. The People's Army that have been agitating just for the freedom of the Biafrans from the zoo, because the zoo is sinking. We need the country of our own. And this particular country we have been fighting for, our forefathers fought for this particular country we are fighting for. So we need to be liberated from the zoo so that we'll be able to survive the threats. We need to survive. So this particular nation, the Biafra United States, will be able to survive the crawling and sinking government of Tinubu. Because we know that in 8 years' time, Nigeria will be gone completely. Nigeria will be gone completely. And the only solution to the struggle and the only solution to Nigeria is division. Now listen to this other interview I'm about to share now. Then you understand how deep. It's not all about sit at home. It's not all about stay in your house. Or it's not about killings. We, the true Biafrans, know what we are fighting for. That is why we continue to spread this information to the whole world, so that they will realize how difficult this Nigerian government have made things in Southeast to be. Because believe me, this is security we are talking about. Go to Southeast is the safest place in Nigeria. Look at what is happening in North Central. Look at what is happening in Northwest. Look at what is happening in Yoruba land. Part of Yoruba land have been taken over by these Fulani Janjaweeds. These bandits have taken over some local government in the north. So it's happening anyhow, it's happening everywhere. This particular insecurity is happening everywhere. The only problem in Southeast is that these same governments are sending thousands of soldiers, thousands of untrained soldiers to Southeast to just come and kill innocent Biafrans. And that is why the People's Army will keep resisting them. And that is why the Biafra Liberation Army will keep neutralizing them. Now listen to this video I'm about to share now.
Look at the economic situation in the Southeast. It's no longer a thing to be proud about. It's no longer a thing that you beat your chest and say that Nnamdi are doing their best, just like what you expressed. The more they sit at home, it's one of the reasons the economic realities have stared us in the face to tell us the region is losing a lot. So just have a few words as much as you want on this South. They sit at home.
I mentioned Mahatma Gandhi, and I said, where they copied that sit at home thing, it does not apply in the Southeast.
Okay.
It doesn't even apply in Africa. So what needs to be done is, we have missed it. How many years have we done sit at home?
Okay.
It has not worked for us. The Igbos don't need to remove one day. They need to add an extra day.
An extra day, yeah.
We are business people. You don't. So it has not only destroyed us economically, the perception of people around the world is that Southeast is insecure. They think that we are sitting under bombs flying over our heads.
Yes.
Because we'll go back to that question. The narrative is wrong. So if we had done sit at home, and I said to people, I said, look, we came out of a war. This is over 50 years. Immediately after the war, every time we have a remembrance of the war should be a celebration.
Yeah.
We should honor those lives that were lost.
Yes.
We should make sure every school goes to meet at least one war survivor to tell you the story about it.
That's
The
it.
Holocaust happened.
Yes.
Generations later, remember the
I remember
Holocaust.
the Holocaust. So
Now,
why are the Igbos not?
Why are we looking defeated?
Yes.
We are not defeated.
Okay.
So if we say, oh, okay, one person wrongfully has been kept unduly, we know this is a fact. But it's not sitting at home that's going to change anything. It's diplomacy. It's being able to pull the right cords. Because if everybody pulled the right cords, that man would have been out since. Everybody's looking at the political side. What will I benefit? What will I not benefit? That's the problem. Nnamdi Kanu is still in incarceration because we have men who are... You can't leave it to Haneze Indigo alone.
That's exactly the next point I need to bring to you. Now, the Oke Mado and the Ezigbo Mado concept that I talked about, we have men who, in the face of it, are called leaders.
Yes.
They go to Abuja with what the Igbos have sent them with. And then on the left hand of their body is a CV of their son. So if this one does not go, the CV, you can employ my son. In fact, it was reported somewhere about 2 months ago that those who went for the release of Mazi Nnamdi never talked about it when they got to Abuja. How sad do you feel?
It's not something that I'm shocked about. Like you said, we go there with a negotiation mindset, not with a unified mindset.
Okay.
I don't need to go and start. You see, we must be free and open in this podcast. The Northerners don't need to go with CVs.
No.
The Northerners think far. We don't think far.
Okay.
I am, for instance, I'm appointed as permanent secretary. And maybe this is 1995. I begin to put in people from my region as cleaners.
Yes.
Not as managing director.
No. Because that one has a term.
A term. I will put them to move
Up the ladder.
and I will retire. They will keep going.
That's it.
The idea is that the next person will also invite somebody. Now, if you say that those ones that were invited are not so educated, while they are working, they'll go to school. By the time they are done, they have a PhD. So when you want to complain, they're not going to say, no, he has been there for a while. They don't need to take CVs to you. They need to just remind you. You remember this person? Say yes. You remember? Oh, I came from him. Simple. I'm his son. That's all. So if we are still doing that mentality of, at least let me carry this one. If this one does not work, if I go to and say, let's discuss Nnamdi Kanu, and somebody says, you know, you have EFCC case. How can I talk?
Exactly.
So I should just excuse myself. There are men who will go and meet this president and he will listen. He's not necessarily from our region.
Okay.